Hi, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. I want to thank you real quick about taking time out of your busy day to talk to one of my team members about getting this video over to you. So I have the website pulled up here. I'd like to start out on a Google search page. I went ahead and I've typed in roofing Chicago, Illinois. Since you're going to be servicing, mainly Chicagoland, I wanted to type in something that somebody would type in, one of your customers looking to find a roofing company within Chicago. Now, there's a bunch of different variations, and of course, with all the different suburbs that Chicago holds, you want to be able to target as many of those areas as possible and rank for as many of those first pages for these buyer intent keywords as possible. So that's going to drive the most traffic to your website, buyer intent traffic more like it, and also, of course, bringing you in the most amount of leads that you can per month through your website as well. Now, with that being said, there's going to be a few different ways that you can rank with on a first page of Google for these types of searches. First way we're seeing is through ads. Ads definitely aren't going to be the top way to do it or the most practical or long-term ROI way to do it either, as about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads when they see them as well, mainly due to the credibility factor that this shows. But most people are going to definitely choose to do that service through a company ranking organically, whether that's through a Google business profile like we're seeing in that top 3 map pack, or through a website through the organic listings down below. Now, with that being said, with you guys being in, where are you guys located? You guys are in this town here within Chicago. So you'd only be able to rank for roofing in this area for your Google business profile, but you'd be able to rank your website within the Chicago area here and any of these other suburb areas that Chicago holds as well. So what I did do is I went ahead and I typed in roofing. I don't want to butcher this. Elgin. I'm probably butchering the way you say that, but so I did type that in to find where you guys might be located for your Google business profile, and you guys are on this second page when it comes to ranking your Google business profile. So you definitely have some work that needs to be done there. The main thing is going to be keeping this up to date. With your guys' reviews, make sure obviously you're getting the best reviews you can and getting a lot more of them, as it looks like your newest one was 5 months ago. And always make sure you're responding to these reviews as well. As well as with that, you can start inputting frequently asked questions that you're getting all the time. It looks like you guys also need to fill out the bio about yourselves, and then make sure you're putting in a lot of great pictures from all the work that you guys do too every week. And if you do that, you'll start seeing a lot of increase in getting up to that top 3, which is where you definitely want to be so that again people can see you, right? Now, with that being said, you also want to be able to rank your website for any of these other areas that you can't rank your Google business profile. So I did pull up Matthews Roofing as their top when it comes to ranking their website for Chicago, so we can kind of see what they might be doing, compared to us when it comes to our website. Now, with that being said, overall, pretty good looking website. It's clean. There's nothing too fancy, and it doesn't look outdated either, so that always helps. Now, one thing I did notice right off the bat is the website is not secure, so an SSL problem is happening. You're going to need to fix that. So, because Google is typically not going to want to rank a website that is not secure, as it causes some problems with, it could be the fact that it's a little bit easier for people to come in here and hack you through it, so on and so forth. So Google's not going to want to definitely rank a website that has that liability to it. Now, also with that being said, I normally like to look at the content, especially on the home page. So all this stuff that I'm highlighting is what we would consider to be content. Now, normally Google wants to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content, but that does vary a lot depending on the top competitor, what they're doing, how many keywords are within the area, what service are you trying to provide, so on and so forth. So with that's why I always pull up the top competitors' website so we can see what they're doing, kind of how their layout is, and even how they have their pages laid out as well. So we can see right off the bat their homepage, how it's laid out. Not, let's see here, I'm trying to look through as much content as they have. So not a ton of content, but probably somewhere between the 500 to 600 range for words of content on their homepage. So that's where I would want to be. You don't want to stray too far under or stray too far over what they have, as Google's going to see that as not very credible of a website or as organic of a website either at that point. So you want to emulate them as much as possible, even in how you have your pages laid out too, as that can help you out a lot as well. So content wise, that also comes with keywords. So if I went ahead, I'm going to take your guys' website and put it in here to this paid program I use called Eris. Now I've done this with your website and Matthews too. So it gives me this dashboard that I can do great comparisons with. You can see right off the bat, these two numbers here are power and trust ratings within Google for your website. Now they're rated out of 100, so we can tell we don't have that much power and trust built out with Google yet. But truly, once you get into the 30s and 40s for both these rankings, we know you have a powerful website at that point, even though it still may seem low for the rating. So you build that power and trust out through these backlinks that come from these referring domains. Now, when you build these out, you want to make sure that you're getting high quality backlinks from what we would consider to be authoritative referring domains, meaning they already have these high ratings for power and trust within Google, because that's going to grant that credibility back over to you once you obtain a backlink from them. Also, content wise, you're only indexing for about 6 keywords within your website. For a roofing company, with some of these other services you guys provide being gutters and siding, you're going to want a lot more keywords than that, being having the large area like you do Chicago. So with that being said, you're only indexing again for 6 keywords, bringing in 0 traffic as well. And here we can even see the types of keywords that you have within your website, and all of them have to do with Hailstorm Chicago. Hailstorm is in your name as well, but truly these aren't even what we consider to be buyer intent keywords. We want keywords like roofing Chicago, roofers Chicago, Illinois, roofing companies in Chicago. We want to be able to rank for those. People are searching that every day, thousands of times a month to find a company within Chicago to do services for them because they don't know who to use, right? They're using Google as a tool to find somebody. So if we look over at Matthews into the same program, we see their power and trust ratings are quite a bit higher. So you're definitely going to need to take time to build that power and trust within Google to beat some of your top competitors. They also are indexing for 1.4 thousand keywords. So they're most definitely going to have a blog within their website, I would assume. Yes. So they have a blog within their website. And what that's going to do too is drive relevant content to their website every single month or however often they create those new blog articles. They are also bringing in, 1.3 thousand traffic to their website every month as well. Now, we can actually come in and see exactly where most of their traffic is coming from. And it's a lot of these buyer intent keywords for roofing Chicago, right? Roofing contractors in Chicago. That gets 450 searches per month and they're third position. So they're well on that first page of Google, getting tons of eyes and converting or capturing quite a bit of that audience too into their website. And when you're getting clicks onto your website and traffic from your website from these buyer intent keywords, this is somebody looking for a roofing contractor in Chicago. So looking for a company that provides services that you guys do in an area that you provide those services, right? And when you're getting traffic from a keyword like that, and you're going to want to have some decent call to actions like this, the submit a form box, and some other things, schedule inspection. Both of those are great call to actions, is what I call them. Is going to be converting this types of traffic normally 30 to 40% of the time, and then that ends up being a warm lead for you, right? So just from one search a month, one keyword, they're getting 15 to 20 leads a month just from that singular keyword that they're ranking for. So that's what you want to be able to do for as many of these as possible, like Matthews is doing, because they're creating themselves, hundreds of leads a month just from doing this correctly. So if you need any more information or if you need me to elaborate, answer any questions you may have or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me any way that's possible, phone call, email, or a text. And other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.